Hello YouTube, what's going on? It's Mr. All-Star HD here again, and today I'm bringing you guys another video. Today's video is going to be a Call of Duty World War II discussion. We're going to be discussing on how Call of Duty World War II can get better and what needs to be done to make the game better in itself. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that we are going to be talking about is the spawn issue when you join a game or you have been in the lobby the entire time. So, if you don't know what I mean, well, here in Call of Duty World War II, it's not like all the other games, apparently. Half the time when you spawn in, you don't actually get to spawn with your teammates and run with them at the beginning of the game. Half the time you get to watch them run and, I guess, spectate them until the game decides, hey, I'm going to let you go in after 20 seconds and the game has already started and the other team's up by 5 because you weren't in there. So it's very annoying because, well, at least I find it very annoying because I will spawn in and I'll be like 10 seconds late to a search and destroy and everybody's posted up on their, their head glitches and such, and that's hard to combat against when I don't even have my own head glitch to fight against. Like, for example, like on London Docks, I was just playing a few minutes ago and I spawned in, I think I counted up to 8 seconds, and it was a search and destroy. Or no, it was a team deathmatch. But either way, I'm still spawning in too late, and when I want to spawn, I should be able to spawn. And that's the annoying thing is no other Call of Duty has done this that at least I have, at least the knowledge that I have. I've never known any other Call of Duty to do this, but I spawn in, 7 seconds late, and then people are already at my spawn by the time I'm there. So then I spawn and die, and then guess what happens after that? The cycle repeats itself, and it's very tedious when I join matches like that, and it just keeps happening to me. And they need to fix this because it is a really big issue, and I'm not the only one that has an issue with that. I know it. For example, a lot of other YouTubers have issues with it, and it throws off their gameplays as well because Call of Duty's a lot about timing and everything. And once you get the timing down, you get a lot of things accomplished. But when you don't have that timing, those things that you want to accomplish aren't able to be accomplished. So they need to fix that. The second thing we're going to be talking about is the game types within Call of Duty World War II. So I don't know if I'm the only one that notices or even really cares about the game types, but I do not find a lot of variety within the game types. They're just, the basic standard game types. And I know back in Black Ops 2, it had a lot of fun game types. It had sticks and stones, it had gun game, things like that. And that is what Call of Duty World War II needs. It needs something fun like that. Like, who wouldn't have fun with a game with like ice picks or trench knives or the shovel just running around killing each other and stuff? That I think would be, I think that would be pretty fun. Or the one shot game that, or the one in a chamber that they had in Black Ops 2. That would be really fun to have. And they need more game types on here, or at least more to select from your normal average game types. And I know they got the winter keratin or whatever it's called for the double XP. I get that, I understand that, but that's not really much different than playing, a normal match and getting within the game. It's just within the map of keratin. It's not much different, and it's not that fun, I guess. We need more variety. Like I said, we need to have gun game again. I had fun when the gun game was out. I didn't upload any to my channel because when I had it, my capture card was being set up and everything, and just a lot of stuff was going on at that time when that gameplay came out, or then that game type came out. But I really enjoyed it the times that I did play it. I played it a few times and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I think they should definitely bring that back. They should bring something like Infection to the game as well because Infection can be played on World War II. It's so easy for them to play it on here. The shotguns are not super overpowered unless you're in a very close range situation. Then I think you're pretty much done if the person has some type of thumbs and they have a decent aim. Then yeah, you are dead. But in any other case, I think that it is a perfect example of a game type that we could have. Infection would be really fun to play on, and I think it'd be really cool. And I know other people are going to combat back at me and say, hey, go play zombies or play the campaign or something, but I think that we need more game types for multiplayer because that's where majority of the players are is multiplayer, and I think new game types would really spice things up, and I think that they need to add some new ones. The third and final thing that they need to work on within Call of Duty World War II to make the game ultimately better is the buffing and nerfing of guns and the balance that they have. Because I'm finding myself in multiple matches when they say, "Hey, we nerfed this gun and we buffed this one, or we nerfed this gun and this gun," and it happens to so be that I keep getting killed by the same exact guns, and they still seem to have the same exact type of strength. When they I've noticed when they say they have nerfed and buffed certain weapons, recoils have changed, but other than that, the amount of damage that they withdraw or that they release has been the same, and it's very annoying because, for example, the bar, they use that gun. That gun is basically an SMG assault rifle, and I find myself losing gunfights when I use a SMG against it in a short range situation, and it's very annoying when I die to that, and because that was supposed to be nerfed how long ago? And they say that it's nerfed, but it's really not. And the inconsistency with their nerfing and their buffing really makes the game unfun because people aren't using different weapons. You don't see very many people use the M1 Garand and actually be good with the gun. And it's very, very, very demotivating when you see somebody wreck you with a gun that is commonly used, and it's very, very irritating to me because I want to see variety within the game, and I want all the guns to be, pretty balanced out. Like, if you're going to use a bar, then you should be able to be beat in a up close situation where somebody's using an SMG or a shotgun. And it's not anything that does with the aim, it's just they seem to have more power than my weapons do. And you could blame that on connectivity issues as well, but I see it as the gun strength, or the gun that doesn't have enough strength is losing in battles where they should be winning or should be losing, and it makes it very unfun at times. And I think that if they fix that, then Call of Duty will be on the right path. Now, don't get me wrong, Call of Duty World War II is a great game, and I enjoy the hell out of the game. It's great to have boots on the ground back, and it lived up to its hype. It honestly did. But it could have lived up to even greater greater heights, such as Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was probably the most beloved Call of Duty game, and a lot of us reminisce in the Black Ops 2 days because it was a great game. It was one of the last great games that we played. The other games, they weren't awful. They weren't the most awful games that I could have played, but they definitely were nowhere near as fun as the previous Call of Duties like Modern Warfare, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, things like that. But see, that's where they're realizing their mistake and they're trying to come back with boots on ground. Well, that's good and gravy, but they need to fix the problems within the game in order to make the game more playable and more fun, because it honestly turns a lot of people off when they buy a game and then they have a lot of issues. I mean, look at the launch when Call of Duty first launched. There was so many issues with the servers, and there's so many issues with getting in games and everything, and it was terrible. Like, I had never seen a Call of Duty do that bad with the servers, and it wasn't just for one day or two or three. It happened for almost like a week for a lot of people, and that's not good. That's not good for business, and that's not good for your consumers who want to play the game. And I found that if they fix these things, and if they had fixed these things, that the game will and could become a really, really great game that everybody plays. Not just, a few of your friends play it. Everybody could play this game if there's more variety and the guns are more equaled and balanced, and we fix that damn spawn issue that's been happening since the release of the game. And it just makes me cringe so much because the release of the game was how long ago? You know, a month to 2 months ago, and we still have the spawn issue. I can understand guns because there's a lot to do with the guns, but we have a spawn issue that has happened since the release of the game, and the spawn is one of the most crucial things within Call of Duty. Like I said earlier in the video, it all comes down to timing, and they haven't fixed that yet. But I strongly believe that they will fix the issues. I don't know when, and I don't know how they will fix it, but I strongly do believe they will at least fix one of these issues that I talked about. And I think that the game will start to head in the right direction and will slowly contain or get more popularity, and a lot more fans will be happy with what they bought. But that's all I got for in this discussion video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I plan to do more videos like this. It's not going to be a series just because it's really something that I can't really discuss all the time about, just because Call of Duty you kind of run out of ideas, and people have done a lot of Call of Duty talking videos. So yeah, but that's all the time I got for in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, share it. Go follow my Twitter. The link is down below, and you saw it on screen. Uh, but yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, my dudes.